On a Sunday morning, a boy sat together with his father, with an old covered book on the father's lap. The boy was quite curious about the old book. Then he asked his father, "Father, what are you doing with an old book on your lap?" His father answered, "My dear son, this is my favorite book. This is a book full of stories. It was given by my favorite teacher a long time ago. It was her favorite too. It's called Once Upon a Time." "My boy, do you have things to do today?" asked his father. "No, father," answered the boy. "Good. Now I'd like to tell you my favorite story from this book." The boy, who was very interested for listening to the story, sat comfortably near his father. Then the story started. Once upon a time there was a handsome prince and a beautiful princess who lived happily in a huge kingdom. They were loved by the people. Everything went peacefully until an evil fairy attacked their kingdom. The fairy was jealous with the beauty of the princess. She wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the world. Therefore she came to the kingdom and cast a spell to turn the beautiful princess become a bad creature. Knowing that the princess would be in trouble, the prince tried to save her. He used himself to govern the princess from the spell. Suddenly, poof! The prince turned into a cute pink pig. The fairy shocked, because the one who got his spell wasn't the princess, but the prince. The fairy did not give up easily. She thought of another way to make the beautiful princess disappear. She thought very hard, and suddenly, "Aha!" she screamed happily. She said, "I know what to do now." With that, she cast a spell to build a ship. Suddenly, in front of her, there was a giant pirate ship. After that, she kidnapped the princess and sailed her directly to the ocean. Meanwhile, the prince that had changed into a pink pig left the palace. He walked lazily through the forest because he could not do anything. Suddenly he met a frog, and the prince told him what happened. The frog was loved to help him. After that, they walked away again, and then they met three pigs who were building a ship. The prince told them his sad story. The three pigs wanted to help the prince to save the princess. So, together, they built a big ship as fast as they could, and then they sailed toward the ocean. What a coincidence! They met the giant ship of the fairy. The war happened in the wide ocean, for the evil fairy did not want the princess to be saved. For a very hard work and good teamwork, the evil fairy could be defeated, and the princess finally saved. They went back happily to the kingdom. However, there was still a problem that hasn't solved yet. Yes, the prince was still a cute pink pig. The frog knew who the one could help the prince. It was an old wise dragon. The prince, the princess, the frog, and the three pigs went immediately to the forest, searched for the dragon. Luckily, they could find the dragon at the bank of a river. The princess told the dragon what happened. and asked the dragon's help to turn back the prince. Then voila! The prince became human again. As a token of his gratitude, the prince asked the frog, the three pigs, and the dragon to live together in the palace. They lived happily ever after as beings who help each other.